Welcome to MCs and MVPs. My name is Aramis, and I'm along with my main man Jordy on this wonderful Friday. I said Friday. I wish it was Friday.
Not Friday.
It's definitely it's definitely a Wednesday. 4th of July Eve. That's what it is. It's definitely that. And
I
yeah,
guess
I've been.
technically that just sounds wrong. 4th of July. He's
You
like
know,
technically right, but it sounds wrong.
you're right. I don't know why people all like to do that, and I just did it. I think it's all this coughing and this itchy throat and all this being sick getting to me in my head. Man, first of all, I know who you supposed to be talking about Tampa Bay. Man, I called in to work. Oh, did I tell you about that?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
we
started.
started. We started off talking about that.
I don't understand people mind. I was like, what the hell? I called in and like said everybody got COVID. Hey, I want to be in. Everybody got COVID, and he just asked, "You mean your wife got COVID?" No, everybody got COVID. I called in the other day, a couple days ago, saying that she got COVID and I wasn't going to be in, and it would swap my days. Anyway, we talking about Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Mike. We're talking about Tampa Bay. Uh, the winners of their division last season. Um, we have a very short list for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So let's get into it, Jordy. Yeah, there you go. So Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay drafted Graham Barton, Chris Braswell, Tyreek Smith.
Taki.
That's Tyreek.
There's no R.
Tyreek. Well, listen, whatever. I'm talking Tyreek Smith. Safety out of Georgia.
Change that man name.
Jalen McMillan, Bucky Irvin, Elijah Klein, and Devin Cope. Devin Cope. That's their draft. Now, the departures: David Moore, Matt Fowler, Aaron Steiny, Ryan Jensen, Shaquille Barrett,
Shaq.
Shaquille Shaq, same doggone thing.
It might not be.
It is. It's SH.
You know that man personally?
Shaq.
You seen his birth certificate?
Listen, it's the same damn thing. We just like when people say Shaquille, everybody knows we're talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Listen.
Yeah, and a lot of times people be like, "Hey, David, that man's name is actually just Dave. It's not a nickname for him. It's on the birth certificate."
Shaq, Beard, Shaquille Beard, listen, whatever. All right.
You don't know.
David White, Carlton Davis, and Ryan Neal. That's who all departed. All right, Jordy, you get the long list.
Hey, they re-signed everybody. Fuck it.
So crazy.
No, but seriously, like this whole list, most of it is re-signings. Baker Mayfield
really
re-signed. John Wolford re-signed. Chase Edmonds re-signed. Mike Evans re-signed. Sterling Shepard signed 1 year. Justin Scope re-signed. Ben Bredeson signed 1 year. Sua Apata signed. Randy Gregory signed. Greg Gaines re-signed. William Golston re-signed. Levante David re-signed. Bryce Hall signed. Tavir Thomas signed. Jordan Whitehead signed. Antoine Winfield Jr. signed. Chase McLaughlin re-signed. Zach Trenner re-signed.
Just so you know, Antonio Winfield, he signed a new deal. He's been on team. He's already been. So that's technically a re-sign. He just got his. Oh yeah, he was there starting. So he got drafted to them. So we got last year.
10% we good. 10% we all right. We fine.
Yeah. So, what you think about Tampa?
Huh. Can I save my opinion until we do the other two teams in this division? Because
Mm,
if they the only ones who didn't change up nothing,
It changed up.
that's
It changed up a little bit.
yeah, a little bit. Which, to be fair, some of that little bit they changed is O line. So,
Fair enough.
but
You can't have Baker back there running for his life.
yeah, but making a makeshift line for him to run behind ain't always great either.
Well, we
And
don't
I don't,
know. We don't know what these guys gonna be. That could be the next Pro Bowlers, all Americans, and all that stuff.
and
The
they might be
season.
trash. They
And
might be one single person who loses you an entire game because he can't block somebody.
that's also true. Very true. You right. So listen.
And I've watched it happen. Just watch my Cowboys get absolutely destroyed because one guy couldn't block for shit in the whole game, and it's just like can't be mad at nobody but you. And he was gone the next day. They got rid of that man immediately.
Well, to be fair, the Cowboys have had some pretty good offensive linemen.
I mean, yeah, that's I don't I don't think they keep you too long. If I can go on film and I can watch that my whole offense completely implodes because of one person, you gotta go. Like there's no
Well,
working with you on it. Like
well, I mean, they did win the division.
they did. And then again, like you said, that's not saying that that's what's gonna happen with their O line. We don't know what's gonna happen
Right.
with their O line. So they won their division, but like I said, we already mentioned when we were talking about the Saints, they won their division, but they also tied with the person below them. Like they're both 9-8.
Right. And I think it came
So
down to a tiebreaker between the two.
I think so.
It's whether they split or it's who won the most divisional games. I think that's how it usually goes.
Yeah, I think they go. Isn't it division and then it's each other and then it's like
No,
points or something like that?
I thought it was is them the division. No, you might be right. I think it is. You're right. Divisional games, and then who them the split between the two, and then it's points. Yeah, but anyway, they managed to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, they pulled it out. So
And then what I tell you, I said the Cowboys should lose and go against Tampa Bay and beat Tampa Bay, so they didn't have to fight. So they didn't have to face uh, the Packers. But Jerry Jones and his crew, not that smart. Not that smart. Cowboys could have won the playoff game. Lord knows what would have happened in the second round. It could have been something good.
either way, they wasn't losing to the Eagles. They wasn't playing that.
Who?
That the game that they would. Wait, no, it was the Giants we ended our year on.
No, they would have. No, I'm talking about this is in the playoffs. So,
No, you were saying they would have had to lose that last game
yeah, they
in
would have.
order to
Yeah.
not. But it was a divisional game. I think it was the Giants. 'Cause I think we went over to Eric's and watched that game.
Yeah, you're right. We sure did. But still, they could have played a third and fourth string people. Listen, they could have moved. They could have did everything they could have to lose that game.
Hey, you saw that game the same way I did. The third string was in for a while.
But
Third string
that
was
was
in at the end of the
after.
second.
But that was after they got up like 40-0. Man, come on, man. You can't do
That game
that.
was over from the fucking jump.
Like for real. Like you can't get up on them and be like, oh yeah, we good. This is a good team. Like no, y'all should.
They would have had to
should
hand
never-
them fumbles back. That's what they would have. They would have had to hand them right back. And I don't
And
think you can hand a fumble back without getting them to be like, hey, nah, they cheating.
now listen, they played against this Tampa Bay team. Ended up going to the playoffs. They beat the Eagles in the first round. They had a first round win. So they re-signed their quarterback. They re-signed, like you said, a lot of people. They also got Sterling Shepard, who's an injury-prone receiver, but they also re-signed a lot of their secondary.
Mm.
So I mean, this team, I think they'll be solid. Hopefully, they're able to protect their quarterback and Baker not running for his life half of the season. So yeah,
I mean, 17th in passing yards, 32nd in rushing yards. It's not bad,
talking
but
about
at
the
the same
defense.
time, no, that was offense.
No, the offense that was terrible. You said 32nd in rushing yards.
In rushing, yeah, that was
Boy, that's
that's
terrible.
terrible. That's
Hell,
terrible.
wow. I didn't realize they're running there. They need to find some type of run. They definitely need to find a running back to run the football. Then that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh heck yeah!
Cause well, like you said, even Baker running for his life, get a little bit of a run game going, and maybe he can figure something out back there.
Right, because Cleveland gave up too early on that man, and look what they got. And we'll dig into the AFC North probably in a couple of days. But yeah, look what they got. And now Tampa Bay said, "Yep, we got a quarterback," in which they do. They also still got Chris Godwin to pair it with Mike Evans. So they looking like they have a nice, solid receiving core coming in. So, like I said, this is they drafted their center. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna win this division because we still gotta talk about Atlanta, and I'm excited for what Atlanta did. So, but I can see them still pushing for a wild card spot because the AFC is open. I say AFC, the NFC is open. Uh, and they're top heavy in the conference. So, what you looking at? You get something look like they caught your eye.
I was just looking to see what running backs they did have.
Well, who do they have?
They got Chase Edmonds, Bucky Irving, which I think that's the person they
Rookie.
drafted. Yeah. Ramon Jefferson, also a rookie. Sean Tucker, Rashad White, and DJ Williams, who's also a rookie.
God, they got a lot of rookies then. Oh,
3 rookie running backs.
well,
A 7-year, a 3-year, and a 2-year.
it's gonna be interesting. This running game gonna be interesting to look at. Then there's gonna be an interesting thing to look at.
But a lot of people are moving to that running back by committee. So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do or if they're seeing who comes out on top.
But I think going back to what our initial thing was, this is going to depend on this offensive line. Like, for real.
100%.
Their defense look old, though. I ain't going to lie to you. Old and slow towards the tail end of the year. So it's going to be interesting to see this team. This team, they didn't do a lot of signing as far as free agency. And they did a lot, like you said, they kept a lot of people in house.
But it's one of those it's not always a bad thing. But did you feel like Did you feel like you had enough last year to get you into the playoffs and go deep? Like because you got to the playoffs, but at the same time, we already said it. You tied. Like you needed a tiebreaker to actually go to the playoffs. So
But when they got to the playoffs, they won.
mhm.
So now they just need that extra thing to put them over to win again, which will most likely be their running game. The running game don't need to be at the bottom of the league. Literally, the last team
Yeah,
in rushing. So if they could get that, they'll help out the defense, help out your quarterback. Baker Mayfield is good at play action pass. You got the receivers you need in Godwin and Evans. So man, everything is open for the offense. The defense, like I said, look old and slow going down the pike, but apparently, uh, Todd Bowles is another defensive minded head coach. So we'll see what he decides to implement as far as this defense. Uh, but like I said, this division is so open, and it's just hard to even say or even talk about what can they do to improve or what needs to be done until you see the first team get some reps uh, in the preseason. But even then, as we seen with my Steelers, the preseason can be deceiving.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't put very much stock in preseason for like an overall like picture of what a team's gonna do. I don't think I've ever done that, but like I do. Stock in like how is like a single person kind of reacting. I think that's a good like preseason will really give you that, which obviously they have to use that. So because once you're whittling down to your 52 man roster or whatever. So once you're whittling that down, you kind of have to use the preseason to do that. But no one's I don't think anyone's going, hey, we got to win these preseason games. I don't think anyone's doing that. I think everyone's going, we're seeing what our team looks like and who we want. So, all the way down to that last preseason game, it's just, let's see who's ready to work and who we want to keep. It's not a, I don't, anyone comes up to me and be like, hey, we beat you in the preseason. And I'm like, what? Like, why do you even remember that?
But yeah, I mean, before it's this team, I mean, it's going to be important because you're going to have to fill those holes, though, especially in the offensive line, like you said. And then we don't know who is that starting running back. Well, you would presume it's going to be um, Chase Edmonton, but you know how that goes. As the season goes, he might not be that guy.
You want to hear his stats?
Huh?
You want to hear his stats?
Lord, what's up?
49 carries. That's 83rd in the league. 176 yards. That's 94th. Touchdowns, 0. Tied for 136. Average, 3.6 yards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's basically saying you didn't have a run game.
But man, that's all I got for Tampa Bay. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't have too much more to say about Tampa Bay. It's gonna be interesting though to see them compete in this division.
Sounds like get a run game or you probably not repeating. Like
That's what it sounds like. For real. Well, until next time, see y'all later.
see.